I want to tell you guys a little story. I am at the beach right now because this is my happy place, and I had a really bad morning. So I decided to go for a drive. I just kept driving until I hit the beach, and it's kind of dumb. It's like 10 a.m. So I've only had like a small breakfast, right? And I look down at the cup that I'm drinking water out of. Like, I get to the beach and I'm looking for parking. There's hella parking here because it's 10 a.m. on a fucking Wednesday. Of course nobody's here. And I look at my cup that I'm drinking water out of, and I realize my cup's almost empty. And I'm sitting here trying to like calm down and like gather myself, and I'm thinking, like, do I even go through with this walk on the beach? Because I don't have any water. I probably need to eat something. Like, I feel like I shouldn't do this, right? So I pull out my cards. I'm like, maybe I could do a little reading on the beach. Maybe that would be cute. And a voice said, no cards. Don't take anything. Just go. And when I was looking for parking, I was gonna go park where I usually park, which is like in the houses. And a voice said, keep driving. Go park near the end of the beach, right? That way it'll be easier to find your car. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So I park as far to the end of the beach as I can. And right when I parked, I'm sitting there. I'm sitting in my car for about 30-45 minutes. Some crazy shit happened. Some guy backed into my fucking car, whatever. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of psyching myself up. Like, I drove all this way. The least I can do is go walk on the beach, right? That's what I came here for. So I get up thinking, well, fuck. I don't have any water, so I got to make this quick. And as I start walking, my little pregnant self, I realize I got to pee. First, look at this. So I realized I gotta pee really fucking bad, and I'm like, damn, I do gotta make this quick, right? I'm not gonna last very long. So I literally walk into like where the opening is to go to the beach, and I happen to park right next to a bathroom. And the bathroom also has a water filling station. So as I'm sitting like on the fucking shitter, I'm like uploading that video about the guy hitting my fucking car. And I'm watching a video by my friend B, and she's talking about like, what kind of witch are you? What do you use magic for? Things like that. And I'm sitting there thinking about it, how sometimes, like, you know, you go through all this shit to just like psych yourself up to cast a spell, and then you cast the spell and you realize either the spell doesn't work, it wasn't potent, or it wasn't what you wanted. And sometimes that deters people from magic because they think, well, it didn't work. And it's not that it doesn't work, it's that the spell served exactly its purpose. One, it was for you to find the balls to do it. Two, it served the purpose of you realizing, like, that's not even what you wanted, but you thought you wanted it so badly that you had to cast a spell for it, you know. And three, you needed some practice, right? And I feel like we don't talk about that enough in the community. It's like, sometimes spells don't work, and sometimes you get a little discouraged because, yeah, I wasted some ingredients, or I wasted some time and nothing happened, or it didn't go right and I have to do it again, I have to do it better, I have to, you know, whatever. But that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point of witchcraft, is practice. It is a practice. We call it a practice for a reason. So if we apply that, like my friend B was talking about, we apply that in our everyday life, and not just when we're in a pinch and we really need to get out of it, or when we really need something, or, you know, for the aesthetic. If we actually apply that to our everyday life, and for me, that doesn't necessarily mean doing the craft for the sake of doing the craft, or doing the craft for the sake of looking like the craft. For me and my practice personally, that means learning to listen. Whether that be listen to my guides, or listen to my intuition, or listen to my higher self, it means to fucking listen. So last night I was sitting, kind of meditating with Lilith, and she was telling me, like, it's time to step up. Like, you need to pick someone to guide you. And although you have, you know, this vast array of spirit guides and deities and protectors and guardians and all of these people, like these spirits that you work with, you have to pick one to guide you. You have to pick one to teach you, because you know, you like tap into the energy of all of these deities and you think like, you know, cool, I like them, I vibe with them, I'll keep them around. And it's not about keeping them around or about venerating them. It's about actually working with them. And, you know, what do you actually want out of your practice? What do you actually want to do at the end of the day? What is the whole point of all of this that you're doing? You know, if it's just to enhance your psychic abilities, why? Like, why do you want to enhance your psychic abilities? If it's to, you know, be rich, like, how are you going to do that? What do you want to do to get there? You know, like, and I was thinking, you know, I want to enhance my psychic vision, because I used to have really strong clairaudience, and they kind of switched it on me to claircognizance, and I got really good and really comfortable with my claircognizance, and they're telling me now it's time to switch again, and you need to start tuning another sense, which for me is clairvoyance. And that means doing something I'm scared shitless of, which is scrying. And they've been pushing me towards scrying for a long time, and I keep putting it off because I'm like, you know, why am I being pushed towards this if it scares me, you know? And they're like, well, for one, you asked for expansion, you asked for growth, you asked, you know, to enhance your abilities, but how do you think you enhance those abilities? So, you know, Lilith starts testing me, and she starts giving me like visions of things, and she's like, tell me what you see, tell me what you see. And we're doing kind of like a little practice run, and I got distracted by, you know, something in my daily life, and she's telling me, you know, like, it's time for you to get focused, whether you're choosing me, Lilith, or you choose Hecate, or you choose Aset, whoever you choose to work with, you need to choose to work with somebody, because somebody needs to work with you on something. So you did work with Loki, whether it was loosely working with Loki, you worked with Loki at some point in time, but now you need to change what you're doing, because you want expansion, you want growth, but you keep losing yourself because you're so in your life right now, in your human life. And that's not a bad thing, that's what you're here to do. But when you're starting to sacrifice your spirit time for your daily life just because you're content right now and you want to live in the moment, you're also not realizing how to integrate your spirit life with your moment, your daily life, right? There's a giant helicopter driving by, flying by, I guess. So I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear me, but here's some ocean for you. For those of you guys who can't get to the ocean. Anyways, I'm gonna talk over the helicopter and figure it out later in editing. I can't even see it, to be honest. I can't even see it, but I hear it. That's funny. Goddamn, nothing really just be coming forever and coming from nowhere. Okay, well anyways, the point of me telling you my story about today and what I was talking about is just to say that, you know, if you're like me and you have a hard time fucking listening, just turn everything off and fucking listen. If you're trying to enhance your abilities, you gotta practice at it. If you want your manifestations to come true, you gotta lay the groundwork for them to come true. Don't get discouraged when things don't work out because they serve their purpose, even if you don't understand what that purpose is right now. And, you know, sometimes you just gotta go outside, whether that's at the beach or the mountains or in the concrete jungle, man. I don't know where you are, but sometimes a breath of fresh air is all you need to make you realize you've been doing a whole lot of crazy shit and being a whole lot of fucking crazy for literally no reason other than the fact that you've been inside too long. Stop being crazy, go outside, drink some water, have a nice day.